Hi guys, this is Crafty Cat. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. We are going to be working on a free pattern that I found on Ravelry. I will put the link below. It is by Carolyn over at thepurpleponcho.com, and these are called Peppermint Coasters. It's a free pattern. It was published in 2017, and we're just going to jump right in. So it says it's for intermediate skill level, and it's about 5 inches it's supposed to be. And she used Red Heart Super Saver. I can't find Super Saver anymore in my city, so I bought loops and thread over at Michael's. I've got the red and the white, and I also bought a green, but we'll be working on red and white today. And it's going to take chain stitches, half double crochet, and slip stitch, and that's it. So we'll be working in the rounds. And it says it's written in the U.S. terminology, and we chain 2 at the beginning of each round, and that counts as a stitch. All right, so the pattern, and again, I will put the link below. So I'm going to call the white color A. I've just got a pillow here to try to help me keep my hands in the camera. And we're going to just pull out some yarn. I'm going to put the white aside, and we're just going to start it. Maybe a little bit more. And we chain 5. So here's a chain stitch. 1. For chain, you just grab a loop and pull it through. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So we're going to just stick the needle through here. The hook. I keep calling it a needle. It's a hook. And we're going to slip stitch, which just means you grab the thread, the yarn, and you just bring it through both loops. And that is a slip stitch. And now we have a little tiny loop in the middle, and that's where we'll be making all of our I think it's going to be half double crochet. Yeah, it's going to be we'll be making half double crochet into that hole right there. So anyway, now that was just the start, so that wasn't really a round yet. So round 1, we're going to chain 2, and that counts as the first half double crochet. Then we're just going to grab some yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, and now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and you go through all 3, and that is a half double crochet. So now we have 2 half double crochets. Let's do it again. 3, and we're just going to keep doing that until we have 10. And I'll come back at the end of this, okay? So now we have 10. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that first one was 10. So now all we have to do is go through both of the first loops. It's kind of hard when you start with a chain 2 to get through those loops. So you just have to kind of force it through so that you're not just going into the space. And we're just going to join that with a slip stitch. And now we just have this little thing here. All right, so now we're going to chain 2 for round 2. And we're going to half double crochet in the same stitch. And we are going to do 2 half double crochet in each stitch all around, and then we'll end up with 20. So that means we're increasing in each stitch. So instead of doing 1 in each, we're doing 2 in each. And we're still doing the half double crochet. All right. So now we have 20 of these, and we're just going to join in the top of this first chain 2 with a slip stitch. And that is it. That's what it looks like. So now for round 3, we are going to chain 2 again. And we're going to half double crochet in that same stitch. And now we are going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. Not a single crochet. We're going to do a single half double crochet in the next stitch. And 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. So I count it like music, 1 and 2 when I'm doing 2 in the same stitch. I need more string, and unfortunately the loops and thread is not good. You're supposed to be able to use the yarn from the middle without it knotting up, and it doesn't want to do it. It's giving me issues. So we're just going to keep with that pattern all around. We're going to be doing a single half double, like 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, all the way around. So I count it 1, 1 and 2, 1, 1 and 2. So 1, oh, it's 1 and 2, 1, 1 and 2, and I'll just see you at the end of this round. And we're going to join at the top again. And now we have 30 stitches all the way around. So we've got this little round circle. This will be like the base of our coaster. And that is the end of round 3. Now the edging is kind of tricky when you read it. Like when I first read it, I couldn't understand what to do. Because we're going to be using 2 colors. We're going to be continuing on with the white, but we're also going to be adding the red. And I think I want to pan out a little wee bit. Let's tilt my camera. Let's move my pillow here. I just want to show you I've got 2 yarns here, okay? So, for the edging, with the first color that's still on, which is the white, for my case, it might be a different color for your case, you go 5, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And I gotta pull out more yarn, but it's really sticking. Alright, so I've got, hang on, a mess is what I have. So I have chained 5, right? And I'm just gonna leave a little bit of extra room here and take the hook out and leave it. So this is where, when you're just reading the pattern, you're like, what? But it all makes sense. So now I'm just going to move my white over, take my red, and place it in the first position. Pull a little bit out, but not too much. And we're just going to join in the next one beside this chain 5. In the very next stitch, we're going to join the red on with a slip stitch. Tighten it, and now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make sure you have a little loop at the top. Leave it. And now I'm just going to put my hook back in the white one. I'm going to take my red thread and move it behind the white. Make sure they're separated. Grab some more white thread. It's getting really hard to pull the white yarn out. I'm going to be calling the yarn thread, yarn string, who knows. But you know what I mean, right? Now see this red one? It goes under. So just move it out of the way. It's under the white. And then we're going into the very next hole the very next stitch, and we're just going to slip stitch in here. So a slip stitch, you're just grabbing a loop and bringing it through both. And see how it's kind of covering that? And now we're just going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And while I have that still on, I'm just going to take my white and move it behind the red, so that my red is next in line, or else you end up with a big mess. So because I took out too much white, it still might be a big mess. But anyway, I'm going to take this out. So you're going to see the pattern. I'm going to put my hook back in the red. And put the white so that's behind. And the red's coming forward. We're going in the very next stitch beside the chain. And we're going to slip stitch in. And now that we've slip stitch, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move the red behind the white. Take the hook out. Put it back in the white. And now you can see the exact same pattern we're going to be doing for this whole thing. The red goes behind, the white with the hook in it goes ahead. We go into the very next stitch, which is next to the chain 5 space, and we slip stitch. So we'll be getting this sort of pattern all the way around. It's really cool. Now, when I first read it, I couldn't figure it out. You have to actually do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so funny because when I just read the pattern, like I always read the patterns first, my brain couldn't comprehend this. And I forgot to move my yarn. If you don't move your yarn, you'll end up with a tangled mess. So it's really important to remember to move your yarn. Back in, white behind, red ahead, next stitch. So it's an easy pattern, but it's a little bit harder than like your normal pattern where you're not pulling your hook out. 3, 4, 5. So you can see we're getting our peppermint swirly kind of thing here. Move the red back so that the white is in front. Don't let it roll away. The red behind, the white in front, the next hole, slip stitch, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. In. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trade places. So you get the idea? So I'm going to continue around and I will see you at the end of this, okay? Okay, so we are getting close to the end and look how pretty that's looking. Isn't that nice? So we're just going to do this, keep going with the pattern, the slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will be the last white one, and it will go here. And now there's only one hole left, and that is where the red one is. So it goes red, white, red, white. So when we put this one here, we're going to have 2 whites together. So that means we need 1 more red. So we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it off. I don't worry about moving the yarn around for the last 2 because we're going to be cutting the yarn anyway. So this will be the last white one. So I just slip stitch it at the base of where the other white one is, right here. Now I don't know if that's right or not, but that's how I've been doing it. And now I'm going to cut the white yarn. So I've got my little scissors. And pull it through. And now we're going to go back into the last red one. And you can cut the yarn to make it easier to place it. And now I'm just going to go at the base of this red one here, I think. And do a slip stitch. And see how that is just right over there? We don't want to do that. So let's try that again. But now I have to go in the base and make sure this string is down at the bottom, so it's not hanging over the chain 5. And then just pull it through. And that is it. It's done. Sort of. Now we just need to sew in the ends. So you can get a darning needle. I need a bigger darning needle. I need to order some. It's really hard to get the thread inside. So this is the front, and this is the back. So what I like to do is take the white and I just poke it through to the back. And just sew in the ends. So I'm going to hide it so it's going through the back, but not the front. So I usually go 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to take this and put it at the base here and put it through. So that's how the front will look with no string. And some people, if they're close together like this, they just tie them off into a knot. And you can do that. And some people just cut them right there. But if you do that, you risk it like if it comes undone, you are in big trouble because you lose everything that you did. It will just completely unravel. So say this gets thrown into the dishwasher. So I don't recommend tying it off. I think it's better to just bury it. So I'm just going to bury it in this red one. So there's one. I'll go down this way. And I don't go into the same one that I went into. So there's that. So I make sure to grab the next yarn that's lower and just go back up. And then I'll go one higher. and go back down. So I'll just come back after these next two are sewn in. All right, so I'm doing the last one now. For the last one, I usually just crochet over the line, but it's kind of hard to do that on camera. I'm much faster at crocheting when I'm not on camera. These go so fast, you guys. It's a really nice pattern. It's really cute. So I'm just hiding this into this white. You can give it a little pull to close the hole a little bit if you want, or you can leave the hole. And I'm just going to reverse direction as a kind of lock. And here we have it. So here is the front. And here's the back. And the back looks nice too. Sometimes backs of crochet don't look nice, but that looks fine. But the front, and it does look like a little peppermint candy, doesn't it? It's super cute. And well, I don't have a cup on hand to show you, but I do have my vitamins, my gummy bear vitamins, just to show you. So it's a nice size. It's a good size for a cup. If you want to make it bigger, instead of doing half double crochets, you could double crochet all the way around, and then it would be bigger. So that's it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this pattern. If you need something like this for last minute Christmas gifts, it's a good idea. All right, guys. So this is with the loops and thread. This is not the best yarn in the world because it's all getting stuck inside. You're supposed to be able to use yarn from the center without it getting all matted up, but that's not the case here. But I still like it, and it's not as soft. I think I prefer the Super Saver. The Burn Nat is even softer, but with the softer yarn, it goes fuzzy. This would be great if you had cotton instead of yarn. If you had, like, not the crochet cotton, but like the, you know when you're making dish rags? That kind of cotton. The crochet cotton. But I don't have red and white in that, so we're actually just using these. All right, so I hope you like that. I really liked it. I thought it was great. My nails are holding up. As you can see, it is Christmas. I'm doing these as a gift, as a last-minute gift. By the time you see this, Christmas will be over, of course, because I have my advent calendar stuff going up in the month of December. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope you like this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All of those good things. And most importantly of all, take care and stay safe. Bye, guys. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and happy crafting. Bye.